It's funny. I was just talking to my daughter the other day about the first time. I don't even know where the subject came up, but the first time I recognized that I was learning while listening, and it was a Rush song, and the lyric was like, uh, "If you've chosen not to decide, you still made a choice." And I thought,
Oh yeah.
wow. I mean, I remember my brain trying to process that, and going
Yeah.
like, what does that mean, and why would they say that,
Yeah.
and yet, and now, I mean, I'm looking for that same sort of phraseology every time even when I opened up the Hawk record, right? I mean, I
Yeah.
just want something to move me on the inside and make me and twist something inside me to go, wow, words just moved me. Yeah, I love that.
Yeah. And it's sort of a sad state of pop music right now that I there's so little of that. There's so less. Nobody's taking the time to have the attention on those lyrics that really make a light bulb go on, or kind of
Hmm.
or startle someone into thinking differently. Um, I mean, everything now. I don't know, and maybe it's just the old man in me now that's listening to pop music and goes, "Oh, it's too loud." Um, but it's that sense that um, people have lost a focus on being provocative in art rather than just being provocative in presentation. And I think because you look at Lady Gaga and you look at, even Madonna when she was doing it, and now you look at Miley Cyrus and you go, you know what, okay, I get the idea that you're trying to be provocative, you're trying to push the envelope and cause people to think differently, but you haven't really thought about what you're trying to get them to think about ultimately, and it's more just the spectacle versus the provocation toward um, a different line of thought. And so it just feels to me that that's where pop music used to really shine. You know, Pop music kind of, whenever it infused or kind of hit up against protest songs
Hmm.
or prophetic voices, that's sort of where it found its truest power, I felt like, because you're bringing the conversation into the masses to have people respond and have to respond to it. Our pop music doesn't really do that anymore. And I think the Hawk, that's sort of one of the things we've sort of stumbled into because we really wanted to write pop songs and yet couldn't really find our way out of writing from that space that was provocative, in the sense that we found that we had to, it became that combination of things. We wanted it to be provocative. We wanted it to have some a lot of questions that people were kind of forced to wrestle with. Um, yeah, without just being kind of a spectacle.